Hello everyone and welcome back. In this lecture we'll learn about indexing using the iloc method. So this is primarily selection based on position. In the last lecture we looked at the loc method. Here the iloc method, it accepts various kinds of inputs. Some of them are like an integer. It can accept an integer, a list of integers, and then it can accept even a slice with integers or even a Boolean array. Let's create a series and then look at an example of how we can use indexing using the iloc method. Okay, so pd.series, and then we'll use numpy's randn method, np.random.randn, let's say 5, and then for index let's pass a list of a range of numbers from, let's say 10 to 20 in step sizes of 2. So I'll show you why I chose 10 to 20. Okay, let's save this in a variable called series1. So if we call our series1 object, so we have our series. Notice here the index labels are 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's why I chose this range 10 to 20. I didn't want it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's say I want to choose the first 3 indexes, 10, 12, and 14. How can we do that? By using the iloc method. So series1 dot iloc, and then we can say grab everything up to index 3. That means grab indexes 0, 1, and 2. Remember, indexing starts with 0, so this is index 0, 1, and 2. So grab everything up to index 3. So if we run this, we get the first 3 rows, right? 10, 12, and 14. Now you see why I didn't choose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the index labels. What if I want to get the value at index 12? How can we do that? So we can simply say series1 dot iloc, and then pass. So 12 is at index, we want to get the value at index 12. So 12 is the second row, that means index 0 and 1. So 12 is at index 1. I simply pass 1, and that should give us negative 0.497. Negative 0.497. Similarly, if I want to get the value at index 16, 16 is at index 0, 1, 2, 3. So we simply pass 3. Series1 dot iloc at index 3, we get negative 1.53. Negative 1.53. And we can also change the values for these indexes to a different value. Let's say I want to change the value for the first 3 indexes to another number. How can we do that? So series1 dot iloc up to index 3. That means the first 3 rows, 0, 1, 2. Let's say we want to change the value of those to 7. So we simply say it to be equal to 7. Let's run it. And if we call our series 1 object now, we see that the first 3 rows for the first 3 indexes, the value is now 7. Next, let's see how we can use the iloc method on a data frame. Let's create a data frame and save it in a variable called, let's say, data frame 1 pd.dataframe, and we'll use numpy's random.randomn method, random.randn, and let's create a 6x4 data frame. And then for index, let's use the list method, and then we'll pass a range of numbers from 10 to 20 in step sizes of 2. And for our columns, let's do the same thing. So columns, let's use list, and we'll pass a range of numbers from 0. We're creating a 6x4 data frame, so we'll pass 0 to 8, say in step sizes of 2. We got an error, say here it says shape of past value is 4x6, indexes imply 4x5. Oh, okay, so here that should be, yes, this should be 22. Okay, good. So here we have if you call our data frame 1, we have a 6 by 4 data frame. Let's say we want to grab the first 4 rows. How can we do that? By using the iloc method, we can say data frame 1 dot iloc, and then we pass grab everything up to index 5. That means index 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Oh, we want to grab the first 4 rows, right? So indexes 0, 1, 2, and 3. So let's change this to 4. So grab everything up to index 4, not including index 4. So this will grab the first 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's run it. So here we have our first 4 rows. And similarly, if we want to grab the last 3 rows, how can we do that? Data frame 1 dot iloc, then we can pass 4, grab everything from index 4 and everything after that, all the rows after index 4. So where is index 4? This is index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this will grab the last 2 rows, 18 and 20. Run it. So that grabs 18 and 20. So we can manipulate these indexes to grab what we want to grab. We can also use the iloc method to get certain rows and certain columns. For instance, we can say data frame 1 dot iloc. Let's say I want to grab the middle, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, the middle 4 rows. That will be index from index 1. So this is index 1, 2, 3, 4. So index 1 up to 4, including 4. So I'll pass index 1 to 5. That means grab all the rows starting from index 1 up to index 5, but 5 is not included, right? So in this case it will grab index 1, 2, 3, and 4, which is what we want. Index, this is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And for our columns, let's grab the last two columns. How can we do that? So this is index 0, index 1, index 2, and index 3. So that means index 2 and 3. So grab columns starting from index 2 up to 3. So we'll pass 4. This means 4 is not included. Grab indexes. Grab 2 and 3, basically. Run it. So we have the middle 4 rows and the last 2 columns, 4 and 6.